Hi everybody, it's Dr. Ramey. I'm going to cover some of the basics of accessing and utilizing Canvas for this course. I can't express strongly enough that Canvas use is required for this course. You will be doing many of your assignments and quizzes online through the Canvas learning management system. So you have to be able to use Canvas, access and use Canvas to succeed in this course. Okay, the best way to access Canvas is by using the Google Chrome web browser. It is the most compatible with the Canvas learning management system. One way to access Canvas is from the LA Valley homepage here. Click on online classes, click on Canvas class login. You'll be taken to the Canvas login page. It looks like this. If you should have gotten an email from me about a week ago that also gave you the URL to access Canvas, and then gave you your student told you what your user ID number is and your password. So you'll need a login ID, user ID, and a password to get access to Canvas. Your user ID is your student ID number, and your password is the number 88 plus your 2-digit birth month followed by your 2-digit birthday. So if you were born on May 9th, your password would be 880509. All right, so you're going to go and log in using that information. And lo and behold, you have access to Canvas. Okay, when you first land in Canvas, you are at your dashboard. If you look at the left-hand side here, you'll see a variety of icons. You'll always land first at your dashboard. Then you need to find the course. This course, let's say that you are one of my microbiology students. You would find Micro 20, General Microbiology, and you would click on that course. Or you could go to courses over here on the left, click that, and then you'll also see a list of your courses there as well. So then you would click on your course and you'll be taken to the course home page. Okay. One of the first things that you need to do when you access Canvas is, if you haven't already done so, you need to go to your account and set up your avatar and an email address at a minimum. So you need to go over here to the left hand side where it says account, click on that. Now I already have my avatar set up. It should have your name here, and it'll be blank if you don't already have a picture, or it'll have your picture. Okay. You can go to profile, and then you can click here and you can either upload a picture for your avatar. You can take a picture if you have a web camera with you. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel because you can see that my avatar is already there. Then I'm going to go to settings, and you can see that I have my email address set up over here. Okay, if I wanted to add an email address, I would click here. So if you don't have an email address here, you need to click on email address. You need to add your email address. Okay, and then when you go back to profile, okay, you should when you go back to profile here, okay, it should have the your email address in here. Okay, and you'll have to register your email address. So when you add your email address to Canvas here, okay, in settings, okay, when you add the email address, then you can set that email address up so that when I send out notifications through Canvas, it will automatically go to the email address that you set up here. That's very important because I usually will contact the class through Canvas, and if your email address isn't set up there properly, then you will not be getting those emails. Okay, so make sure that you do that. So at a minimum, you need to set up your email address. And remember, just adding your email address over here does not mean that your notifications through Canvas will go to your email address. You have to set it up and then register that email address. So in other words, Canvas will send that email, will send you a link to that email. You have to go into your email and you have to click that link, and only then will your email address be registered so that you'll get notifications through Canvas. Okay, once you've done that, one thing about avatars, all right, I know they're very small and it's hard to see, however, your avatar needs to basically be a shoulder up shot of your face, and it needs to be, this is Canvas, okay? This is your teachers, your instructors can access this information, and so can your classmates, your peers. This is not Facebook, this is not Twitter, this is not any of those social social sites. This is a work site, an academic site. So your avatar needs to reflect the professionalism that that the college that you're attending requires. Okay, so consider this a kind of a work site. This is not, again, this is not a social media site. So your avatar needs to be a good, appropriate avatar for these circumstances. So you need to have basically a shoulder up shot. You shouldn't be making any faces. You should not have your dog in there with you, and it shouldn't be a cartoon. It should actually be you, and I require that for this class. Okay, so it needs to be a good face shot of you, appropriate, and that's it. All right, you can smile, you can do whatever you want. You can smile or not, but it needs to be the avatar needs to be appropriate for the course, and I'll show you in a minute. I have some examples of what's appropriate and some examples of what is not appropriate. Okay, once you've done that, then you're ready to access your course. So we're going to go back over here to courses. So you can either go to your dashboard like this, and you've got your courses listed here, or you can click on courses and then click on your class. Let's say this is Micro 20. So it's going to bring you in and it's going to look like this. It's going to bring you into the course homepage, right? So you can see home page is automatically where you land in the course site. The home page will probably change at least a few times during the semester. Right now for general microbiology, the home page looks like this. It's got some important information that you need to read and go through. This is stuff that is in your syllabus as well, but you need to understand there's required materials here, and there might be some important due dates on here as well. Okay, so you need to read and understand everything that you see on the home page. Once you've done that, then you're ready to go to the modules. So on the left hand side right here, click modules, and module number 1, the basics. Okay, it's got your syllabus and schedule, it's got a syllabus quiz, it's got a biography for me, your professor, it's got a reading and study guide. This is that document I said that gave you some examples of what a good avatar is to use for Canvas. And then one of your assignments, your first assignment, which is peer introductions. Now, if there are points involved with these assignments, then you'll see those points reflected here. This syllabus quiz, there's 10 points, peer introductions, 5 points, and if there's a due date, it'll also give you the due date, February 12th. It doesn't tell you what time it's due, but it will at least give you the date. When you go to that specific assignment, it will give you more specific information as far as the due date is concerned. So you want to start at the beginning of each module. The syllabus and schedule, you can see that for most of the module pages, whatever it contains will be right there that you can scroll down. Okay. Almost all the module pages also have a PDF version of the document, which may or may not be better for you. So here's a PDF version of the syllabus. Here's a PDF version of the schedule. Okay, that information is here. If I scroll down, there's the syllabus. If I keep going, the schedule is embedded in there as well. All that information is there. Okay, but if you like to download the syllabus and save it to your hard drive or print it, then you would want to use these PDF copies. Okay, so you want to make sure that you read and understand everything on each page. All right. You can also use the PDF viewer. So if I were to click on this right here, it would then give me a PDF view of the document. Okay, this takes sometimes a few moments to load, and then voila, there it is. And you can see that the formatting of the actual document is quite a bit different than if I scroll down to this. So when I copy and paste that information onto the module page, sometimes the formatting gets messed up, but all the pictures and any other embedded pictures in the actual syllabus get left out. Okay, so you can see there are no pictures here on this version, but if I go up and if I were to look at the actual PDF version or this version here, you can see that there are in fact pictures here. The formatting is a little better, and it might be a little bit easier for you to read. So whatever you prefer as far as that goes. But the bottom line is that you need to read and understand everything. And then as you scroll down, you got to scroll all the way to the bottom of each of these pages and find that next button. Ah, there it is. Okay, because some of the modules have prerequisites that you've completed a previous assignment. And if you don't scroll down and click that next button, then it may not register that you've actually completed that particular assignment. And then of course after you've read the syllabus, then you're going to take the syllabus quiz. Okay, so to take a quiz, I'm just going to click on take the quiz. It will tell me if it will tell me how much the quiz is worth. I should have waited before I clicked there. It will give me all that information at the very beginning. Let me go back here so that you can see that. I'm gonna scroll away there. Go here. So here's the syllabus quiz. Notice there's no due date for the quiz. It's worth 10 points. It's actually not worth any points as far as your grade is concerned, but there are 10 questions worth one. See, you can see 10 points, 10 questions, no time limit, multiple attempts allowed. In this case, unlimited. Okay, unlimited. Okay, so then I would take the quiz, and then when I'm done with the quiz, it'll tell me if I got any questions wrong. It'll show me which questions I got wrong. It will not give me the correct answer. I can go back and retake the quiz because you need to get 100% on the syllabus quiz. Then you can click next. There's my bio. There are some pictures in here. There are some videos in here. There's text in here for you to read. Okay, so as always, to complete this particular component of the module, you need to make sure that you look at everything, watch those videos. Some may be optional, and then go down and click next, and it'll keep taking you to the next part of the module. Reading and study guide. You can see that the text is here. At the top there's also a PDF version. As always, you need to read all that. I know there's a lot of reading. Yes, this is a college class. You have to read. Okay, creating an appropriate avatar. I want to stop here for a moment and let this page load. All right. You shouldn't have your animals in there with you. Okay, don't show me pictures. You know, your avatar shouldn't be a nice big picture of you with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your family or whatever, or a picture of you making out with somebody, or a cartoon, or standing somewhere. Okay, remember it needs to be okay, and you shouldn't be okay. No duck faces, no kissy faces, whatever these things are. Okay, none of that stuff. All right, you know, don't don't show me how big your lips are. All right. Make sure that you're not dressed inappropriately, and a nice, shoulder up shot of your face. Okay, it can be a candid shot, it can be a professional shot, it can be a selfie. You can use the web camera on your computer, whatever. Okay, just make sure it's inappropriate. If it's not right now, then please change it. All right, that is a requirement for this class, an appropriate avatar. Okay, next, peer introduction. So this is your first assignment. It gives you information here, due dates, etc., what to do, the points that are associated with the assignment. Once you understand the assignment, then you go down here to reply, and then you can type in, whatever you want to complete the assignment, and then hit post reply. Okay. Then later on, notice that you have to answer or respond to some of your classmates later on. If you're the first one to post here, obviously you can't do this second part. Later on, when your classmates have posted some things, go through, respond to a few of your classmates. Make sure that what you write for your post and your responses is kind and friendly and respectful and appropriate for a college level class. All right. Again, this is not Facebook. This is not a social media site. All right. So there's a lot of stuff on those sites that is definitely not appropriate for this class. Okay. So it automatically took me to module 2 there after I finished peer introductions. Notice up here I'm in peer introductions. If I click next, it does take me to the next module. Now this is it tells me right here, this page is part of lecture module number 2. Okay, chapters 1 and 2. This particular module, I've opened this module up for now because I will tell you that there are going to be the quizzes and assignments are not, they're locked down in Canvas until the first day of the term. So you won't be able to access, you'll be able to access the documents and other things, but to actually complete any assignments or quizzes or anything, you have to wait until, I think it should open up at midnight, basically 12:01 a.m. on February 6th, which is, basically midnight Sunday night. Okay. Everything should automatically open up unless I have specifically assigned a start date. And so there are some things that have a specific start date. So I have the prerequisites. Oh, the syllabus quiz. Yeah, the syllabus quiz is a prerequisite for accessing this. So I didn't complete the syllabus quiz. Oh darn, I didn't complete the syllabus quiz. Well, I'm going to have to go back. If I click next, it'll take me to the syllabus quiz. Okay, so let's resume the quiz. All right. Okay, so I just took the syllabus quiz so that I could access the next module. So if the module is locked, then you have to go back and complete whatever you haven't completed. So I just went back, and I didn't show taking the quiz because I don't want to give you all the answers. You need to read the syllabus and take the syllabus quiz on your own. Now when you finish a quiz, whether it's any quiz or homework assignment, you'll see your score over here on the right. Now if it's a chapter quiz or a homework assignment, you only get one attempt, and whatever your score is here is your final score, and you can scroll down and it'll show you the questions you got wrong, but it will not show you the correct answer. Okay. If multiple attempts are allowed, you can go back and take it again. All right. But in this case, my score was 10 out of 10, so I'm good to go on the syllabus quiz. Okay. If By the way, for chapter quizzes and homework assignments, it doesn't give you the correct answer, but I will always have an answer key available in class and lab. All right, so now, and actually go in to lecture module number 2. And this covers chapters 1 and 2 for this particular course, okay? There'll often be a current event, which is usually a short article, maybe a current event or some interesting scientific article that pertains to the course. All right, and what I want to point out is that yes, there will be some quiz questions that will come from these supplemental reading articles. All right, so yeah, you do need to actually read them and make sure that you're, in order to be prepared for the quiz. Notice that there are chapter 1 quiz here, chapter 2 quiz here. In one of these two quizzes, there's at least one question from this particular Measles in LA article. And you don't know which one of those two quizzes it is, so you better be ready. You better have read that article before you even take the first quiz. All right. So there are study guides for each chapter. There are slides for each chapter. Now, let me go to the slides because I will have the slides in PowerPoint. When I copy and paste the PowerPoint in here, it's pretty much unreadable for you in terms of being able to follow the slides. Okay, it just pops the text in there, and again, the pictures get left out. So if you really want to see what they look like, then you can download the PDF copy. You can even download the PowerPoint copy, or you can take a look at them in the viewer right here in the screen. Okay, whichever you prefer. All right, let that load. You know, the PowerPoint or the PDF version of the slides usually, not always, have 6 slides per page. Okay. Again, if you don't like that, then you can download the PowerPoint copy and you can format it and print it however you want or whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so let me go back really quick to the module. Here we go. And so there are study guides, lecture slides. There's a homework assignment. Homework assignments are basically quiz format, except they are fill in the blank. Now, remember, you won't have access to these until the first day of class, assuming that I have opened it up by that date, which for the homeworks I have. Quizzes, not yet, but the homeworks. So if you look up here, it'll tell you when it's due, right? And it'll tell you how much it's worth and whether there's a time limit or not, okay? Instructions, right? One of the things I want to point out is that the homework assignments, a requirement for the homework assignments is your attendance in class. Okay, so your participation in class is required, right? If you're not in class, you cannot participate, and if you don't participate, then you receive a 0 on your homework assignment, right? So if you're not in class participating the day that we cover chapter 1, then regardless of what your online score is for the chapter 1 homework, you will receive a 0. Okay, so you have to be in class and you have to participate in the class discussion for the homework. All right, so the homeworks are, they might be multiple choice. There will be multiple choice questions. There might be true-false questions. Okay, you can see there's some true-false questions. There will be fill-in-the-blank questions. Okay, for the homework assignments. The fill-in-the-blank questions, you have to be very careful to enter the word. In some cases, there might be 2 words exactly. Right? You have to spell them correctly. If you don't spell them correctly, then it'll mark you wrong. So if it marks you wrong, once you've clicked submit, you can't go back and change it. So if you've clicked submit and you realize that you got a fill-in-the-blank question wrong because you misspelled it, then you need to email me and let me know, and I'll go in and I'll verify that you got the correct answer. You just misspelled it. As long as I agree that it was just a misspelling, then I will give you the points. All right, but you have to contact me. I'm not going to check to see if you misspelled if you got an answer wrong because you misspelled it or not. All right. So once you submit the quiz, there's no time limit for homeworks, but you only get one attempt. Okay. So you can see that I got 0 out of 5 because I didn't answer any of the questions, and it'll tell me the wrong question. The questions I got wrong, which are all of them, but it will not give me the correct answers. Again, I'll have an answer key in class. All right. Then there's the quiz for the chapter. Now notice the quiz is locked until February 7th at 12:45. That is right after lab on the day that we have covered chapter 1 in class, okay, for this particular class. So the quizzes will not be unlocked until after the class where we cover the material, right? But then notice that there is a due date. It is February 12th, 11:59 p.m. So quizzes will always be due on midnight on Sunday, right? Midnight Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Sunday. Homeworks will be due 1 hour before class. So if we cover chapter 1 on Tuesday, then chapter 1 homework will be due 1 hour before class on Tuesday. Quizzes will be opened up after class or lab on that day. So chapter 1 quiz will be opened up after class on Tuesday, and it will be available for you to take until 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Right? So that's generally the way the homeworks and quizzes will go. Okay. And it'll tell you again the due dates and the points. So homeworks are going to be worth 5 points, quizzes will be worth 10. There is an extra question in each of those quizzes. It's labeled 0 points because I'm going to go in and manually grade them later, and if you get it right, then you get an extra point. So there are technically 11 points available on each quiz. So it's basically an extra credit question. Okay. So this module covers chapters 1 and 2. So there's everything for chapter 1. There's everything for chapter 2. And I don't have anything else in this module. Oh, there will be there will be lab modules as well. Okay, so I've got lab modules for this class, but they're not opened up here yet. I've got it in student view. I'm going to leave student view so you can see what I'm talking about. So obviously my view is a little different than yours, but in your view, for example, here's the lab module. Okay, there are video tutorials in here, and there are the pre-lab lecture slides, again similar to what I've already showed you in lecture, but these are some PowerPoint slides that I will typically use in lab at the very beginning of lab to give you some background, review what you're going to do in lab, and so forth. Again, you have a PDF version and a PPT version available for you to download if you would prefer. And there might be some videos, parts of the microscope video, getting your microscope out of the cabinet video, focus video. Okay, that's all I've got on here right now. All right, so always click on the modules over there. You can see your modules. You can go through them. And if you click on grades, as you take homework assignments, as you complete homework assignments, you complete quizzes and so forth, you will see the grades popping up in here. And anything that we do in class or in lab, I'll put up here as well. They won't be up there immediately, but as I get things graded, I will add them up there as well. So you'll always be able to pretty much see where you stand in the class at any time in terms of your grade. Okay, I know that was a bit long, but hey, hopefully you have a better understanding of this class and how you're going to be using Canvas in this class now that you've watched this video. I'll see you guys in class and lab soon.